Scanning. Synchronizing. Stabilizing. Engaged.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. This is Krev on Kouch, and we are here on a thankful Thursday. Thankful, thoughtful Thursday. That's got a little twist to it. Thankful, thoughtful Thursday. If you think, you will be thankful. If you put yourself in a place to where know that life is not a supposed to be, is a gift, you'll be thankful. If you really can adhere and know that you got up out of your bed, you were able to get up out on your own. You can breathe, you can see, you can taste, you can touch. You have mobility, you're cognitive, and you can breathe. I said breathe again because listen, there's a lot of things that's going on that's taking our breath away. So I want you to know that you have purpose. You may have gotten up with a headache. You may have gotten up not feeling the best, but know that a lot of people that can't feel, they can't see, they don't even have life, would possibly want to change places with you. So know that you just be appreciative of what's going on, and we got the great Dr. LaTronica Fisher. She's going to come on and she's going to go through her mantra, which we've all adopted. Listen, I'm excited to hear from her today, and we're going to be talking about hormones and how hormones are imbalanced and some of the symptoms that's around that. And through our conversation, she will probably give you just a little bit of information on how to get that done, how to balance yourself. But today we're going to be talking about those hormones. Everybody has them, men and women. So there's, it doesn't have a respecter person. Everybody has them. So I want you to know that men, you do have hormones too. And so we're going to talk about today on the symptoms of how you would know that they're imbalanced. And Kouch is brought to you by Standard Mag, the voice for the culture and the oxygen for the entrepreneur. And you have a great story. You have a conversation that you want to give to the world. We're here to tell that for you in the most authentic way. Standard Mag, the voice of the culture and oxygen to the entrepreneur. Also know that we are sponsored by KR3 & Co., a company that helps businesses grow and grow securely. You need marketing done? We're here. You need infomercials done? We're here. Listen, also Lit Chat, now your words have fire, a new social media platform that's giving you an opportunity to socialize in a new lounge, a new social lounge. So it's exciting. Now your words have fire with Lit Chat. So we're looking to have a great conversation today with the great Dr. LaTronica. Oh, I'm gonna give you a secret too. Today's her birthday. So happy birthday to the great doctor. So listen, after our intro, we will be having on the great Dr. LaTronica Fisher. We're going to talk about hormone imbalance. Listen, it's happening today on the couch, K's Couch.
Throughout life, one may feel he or she hasn't been heard, seen, or no one is listening. However, look up, don't fret. There is a place for you.
Processing.
Greetings.
Access granted.
Welcome to the couch, K's Couch.
It does not say whether you're bad or good, but it is a measurement.
Every single time you go to that bathroom and you got a stream of urine flowing out, you need to be saying, praise God.
Wow.
Because that's a sign that your kidney is getting better.
Like during that time when it was a fraction of a penny, and then you held it until today, you're a multi-millionaire.
Great.
And as a result of this next conference, I am going to have a number of events following the conference.
Okay, I got you.
Nobody else, but willing to open the book.
To get this knowledge that you have, you gave up a lot of personal time with family.
It's less than $40 for both.
Wow.
And I have it in a variety of colors.
I take every moment as it is. I've learned to be where my feet are.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing today?
I am doing fabulous. I'm loving it. Got up, did my morning routine, exercise, got my salad, all my little trimmings to go with it for the day, and just excited. Yeah.
I'm glad. Today's a special day.
Yes, it is a special day that I came into this world in my birthday suit.
Wow. Happy birthday to you.
Yes, indeed.
Happy
Yes,
birthday
indeed.
to you. You got massive plans today, or you're gonna be working?
Nothing massive. That's what I was just talking to someone on the phone. He said, I thought you'd probably be somewhere overseas in Hawaii, or I said, as long as they asking people to take shots, I'm gonna be right here. I will be right here. I don't even want to swab up my nose. Unfortunately, I'm just real picky like that. Don't stick nothing in my arm. Don't stick nothing up my nose.
Hey, listen, I got you. I understand. I definitely know the feeling. But again, happy birthday to you today.
Thank you. Thank
without
you.
your existence, we would not be here. We would not be here having this conversation with you without your existence. People like myself, or even my mom, wouldn't be in a place of experiencing the things that you're offering to the masses. So we want to thank you for being here. Thank you for existence. We thank you, the Creator, God, for you being available to us, and being a gift to us. So you deserve the gifts, but you are a gift to the masses. So we really appreciate that. So before we get started, real quick, what is that mantra? That morning mantra.
All right. Well, you already kicked it off about thankfulness, and I'm super excited. I'm so thankful today for so many things, just life. I am making 48 years old today. Sometimes I ask my sister, how old am I? Because she's 1 year older than me. So I am 48 years old today, and I'm thankful and grateful that I get to see that. I'm thankful that I'm walking in my purpose, and it just makes such a huge difference,
Yes.
And I'm appreciative.
Yes.
Because, right now there's so much going on in our economy and our society, and we're all battling it. And I'm just grateful and appreciative of how that I've just been given the wisdom and the knowledge to be able to just manage it, and try to share that with so many, it's just so much going on. So I always tell people, the importance of just when you wake up every morning, find a reason to be appreciative, find a reason to be thankful, find a reason to be grateful. It's there. Sometimes we have to look a little hard, but I promise you it's there. If you get to wake up and walk in your purpose again, find those things that you can be grateful for. And then guess what happens? Later on that day or tomorrow, the universe will send you more things to be grateful, thankful, and appreciative of.
I love it. I love it.
Indeed.
I love the mantra.
Yes.
I love that. Thank you so much for that, and learning to adopt that in my everyday routine. So today we're talking about hormones. Hormones.
Wow.
So I guess if they're an imbalance,
makes a woman go crazy, and a man too.
Oh, yeah. I got you. Well, I'm definitely thankful for this topic today. It helps me to learn a little bit more on what I need to know about hormones. So how do we know, doctor, how do we know that there's a hormone? What are some of the symptoms of hormone imbalance?
Well, wonderful. That is such a great question, and just a little bit of foundational work that I want to talk about so that our men know that this topic is for men and women,
Hmm.
because everybody obviously know women have hormone imbalances,
Right.
right? Because we
Right.
go through menopause. Everybody know the word menopause. But this is great, a great conversation because Carrie, you and I'm sure you network with a lot of men.
Mhm.
What men go through is called andropause.
Oh wow.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
writing that down.
So
Andropause.
women is menopause and men is andropause.
Wow.
So the funny thing
Andro.
with men is, when men are of course a lot easier to deal with, but a lot of times they don't know what the word is that's associated with when he gets irritable or he gets grumpy. We just call him a grumpy old man, right? And so
Right.
when he decides he wants to just sit on the couch with the remote, hog the remote control, and just
Mm.
flip through the channels all day long, those are just clear signs. And one of the biggest things with men too, how there's also a hormone imbalance, is the
Mm.
extra padding in the midsection.
Wow. So right back to the gut health.
Yes,
Mm.
yes. Because a lot of times when men start experiencing prostate issues,
Mhm.
those are signs of hormone imbalances. So a lot of times
Mm.
we don't know what it is until it becomes like prostate problems or low libido. Like he has no desire for sex. And men are wired to have some desire for that. And so when they don't have a desire for it, that's a hormone imbalance too.
Mm.
So that's usually for men. One of the biggest things to it that for people to understand is that we all have hormones, and those hormones are called estrogen, testosterone, and progesterone. All of us have them. Men and women have all three. Because
Mm.
sometimes women will say, "I didn't know I have testosterone," and men will say, I didn't know I have estrogen." We all have all three. It's just they're in varying degrees
Mhm.
in our body. So
Right.
men should express more testosterone.
Mhm.
Women express more estrogen and progesterone, because this is how we're able to mesh and get along, right? We need
Mm.
men to have a little estrogen, right? To
Uh,
deal with us, right?
a little understanding, I'm
Other
guessing.
than that, they'll be like all the
Yeah.
time. It's like, no, I need you to just bring it down a few notches. You see what I'm saying? So men have to have a little estrogen so they could deal with the feminine
Mm.
aspect, and then women have a little bit of testosterone so we can kind of get competitive and kind of deal with you guys and the things that you have to deal with, or even in our own businesses. So
Got
it's
you.
very important for us to have the balance. So when you see all these hormone imbalances, with just sexuality, and I'm not going to get into that because I know that's very
Understand.
political, but I
Right.
just want people to understand with sexualities and people not understanding that who they are, what they are, and what they was born as, that's a hormone imbalance.
Mm.
Okay. So I think that's very, very important. And so with women, some of the signs and symptoms of hormone imbalances, we find, of course, with women, we have the padding in the midsection as well. We
Mm.
wonder, like, I've never had this midsection. Where is all this coming from?
Mm.
That's a hormone imbalance. One of the big things that women talk about are hot flashes
Mm.
and night
Mhm.
sweats. It's
Mhm.
like all of a sudden you go to bed and you wake up in a puddle of water in your bed. Those are not hot flashes and night sweats. As well as some of the things that men and women do experience is depression.
Mm.
Women can openly talk about it to others about how they're feeling. Men tend to bury it, but they go
Mm.
through depression too when they start to just disconnect from their friends and society and networking. Then that's a level of depression for men as well. Also, women having bouts of crying,
Mm.
those are
Mm.
all signs of hormone imbalances. And so
Wow.
there's a myriad of things that we go through. And then with women as well, low libido, because women should have a certain level of desire as well. And so once she's not just wanting to be intimate or not wanting to be touched, that's a hormone imbalance as well.
Oh wow. This is a
Mhm.
load of information. Now the
Mhm.
andropause. So are there different levels to that for men? You know?
Yes, there's different levels, and there's also different I should, well, not different. I wouldn't necessarily say different levels. What I would say is there's different parameters in terms of the severity of the andropause.
Okay.
You see,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
someone who may just be experiencing mild prostate issues versus someone who's now having to go through chemo and radiation or having to have prostate surgery. Those are the different levels that per se that we're speaking of. And so what's important is that these are all the different, once you understand what causes hormone imbalances, then you're able to start to really turn around some of the challenges, because honestly, we can go through life without really ever experiencing hormone imbalances.
Really?
Once you're educated and you know what causes them, and so once you know what the causes are, you deal with the causes, and then that should eliminate a lot of the symptoms.
Okay.
The question is, or the challenge is, the discipline to be able to handle the causes.
Wow. So, well, after we do this sponsored situation and do our commercial, we'll talk just a little bit, because I don't want to reveal all the things that you can provide without them calling or subscribing to the magazine, because you are a wealth of knowledge. Certain things is going to require some work from the other end of the spectrum. We just can't give everything away.
Right.
So, we gotta, maybe just a little bit, just to let you know we know what we're talking about, that the doctor knows what she's talking about, and to get you into a conversation with her, because it's very important that we know, as we age, as we get older, as we want to keep everything maintained, we need to find a way to do that. And as I said yesterday on my segment, Brother's Keeper, we have to find ourselves being committed to something. And the funny thing is, doctor, if even in doing nothing, you're still being committed, you're committing and doing nothing. So it's still a commitment in life. So after our quick break from our sponsor, we'll come back and we'll get some anecdote and, and an answer from our doctor on how to help keep our hormones balanced for men and women. We'll be right back. Andropause, man, that got me tripping. I'll be right back.
Life is filled with many unexpectancies. If something happened to you today, heart attack, cancer, stroke, or diagnosed with anything terminal, are you prepared for what's next? Only 1 out of 4 to 5 Americans have considered that life is unexpected, uncertain, and has some uncontrollable risk. Are you that 4 to 5 that hasn't taken action yet? Call right now for your free quote. Tomorrow's not promised. The protection of your legacy depends on what choice you make in this moment. Call right now.
Now, as being a holistic doctor, what are maybe one little trinket of information that you can give us on how to make sure that we stay connected to our health in the time of a pandemic?
We need to be drinking water and exercising.
Okay.
That's the best thing I can tell people. If they don't want to do anything and they don't want to pay for anything, you must be exercising. It's not negotiable anymore.
Gotcha.
It's not negotiable anymore, because exercising is what helps balance the hormones. It helps detox the body. It helps improve circulation. It's the best way to continue to build bones. It's the best way to help build your immune system. So that's the one token you can do to help improve your system while we're dealing with this virus. And you must drink water, and the water does not need to have sugar or additives, and water does not mean alcohol, juices, Kool-Aid. You know how growing up we used to have that red Kool-Aid.
Absolutely.
It does not include any of that. It's just water.
We back. We're back with the great Dr. LaTronica Fisher, and it's her birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Yay! Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday. We're so happy to have
Yes.
you here.
Thank
Happy
you.
to
Thank
have you
you.
here.
Thank you.
Happy to have you here. So
Thank
do
you.
want to so now we've been talking about hormones. I learned something very valuable today about myself, that I can have andropause. And the key things I'm learning about this, and the key and some of the factors that I can see when there's a hormone imbalance. Men understand that you do have a hormone imbalance. If you didn't, that would make you human. But we now know that we can, with proper approach, that we can go through life without it. So, what are some ways? Maybe 1 to 2 ways you can share with us. Any other time, everybody's they're gonna have to call you. They're gonna have to call you and talk to you to get that consultation, so you could talk to them about how we can secure that. But what are some ways, 1 or 2 ways, you can share with us today on how we can keep our hormones balanced?
So, as you said, yeah, the all of the really really good stuff to determine how significant, which is what we were talking about earlier, significance of your hormone imbalance, because a lot of times people don't know. We do saliva hormone testing to determine what the significance of the hormone imbalance is,
Yeah.
just so that you know what you're dealing with. And then one of the biggest things that I usually want to share with people that people are not aware of
hmm
is plastics. Plastics cause hormone imbalances.
Really? So, like bottled water, plastic bottled waters, and things like that.
Yes. Yeah. So that's why it's hard for people to escape hormone imbalances, right? Because we're all traveling, we're drinking bottled water. What do we do at the end of the night when we finish dinner and we're dishing foods up? We
Mm,
dishing it up in plastics, right?
mm,
We're
mm,
carrying our food for lunch, or we carrying a sandwich, and some chips. What is everything in plastics? So what
wow.
happens with plastics is they have this lining called xenoestrogen, and those leak over into our foods and in our liquids that we're consuming, and that causes hormone imbalances.
Wow.
And so
Wow.
it's important for us to stay away from plastics as much as possible. Even when I'm home and I'm warming up food, I
hmm
use parchment paper. I
Okay,
warm
man.
up all my food on parchment paper. So that way your food is not touching any kind of plastics or aluminum,
Mm,
So when you put parchment lining down, put your food on there and warm it up. And so
wow.
one of the biggest things about that is that you want to make sure that things are not leaking and leaching into your food as much as possible. When you're drinking water, you should be using either stainless steel or glass container.
Mm,
You see?
mm,
So the thing is there are just things you should be drinking out of. When you buy a plastic bottle of water, as soon as you open it, you have to drink the whole thing. If you're not
mm,
going to drink the whole bottle of water, then transfer it over into a stainless steel container.
mm.
Hmm.
What about I have like a mason jar now that I've been using,
Oh, mason
like
jar, that's glass.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
that's perfect. That's what I
yeah.
use, a lot of mason jars, and I put all my water in a stainless steel gallon container, but I transfer it into a mason jar to drink while I'm at work.
Okay. And the one I
Hmm.
have, my dad he does preserves, so he knows how to create that. So
Oh,
he
nice.
does a lot of mason jars. So I happened to get one from their home.
Oh,
And
good.
I love it because it has the measurements on it. So it shows me how much water I'm drinking.
Good.
And so, yeah, so this is
That's
very, very
perfect.
interesting. Well,
That's
thank you.
perfect.
Thank you. And this is very interesting to know this. And so, okay, so real quick, and I want to, since you opened up the door about the plastics, so when we are, so what is the best way? Because a lot of our foods that we purchase, a lot of things that we buy, is in plastic. So how do you? So let's say if we're getting some of the raw veggies and fruits from the produce, how do we do? Just come in, wash it off. What are your recommendations of that?
Yeah. So just as you said, you bring them home, you wash them off, and you transfer them to a glass container.
Okay. Okay.
And so
Okay.
that's what I do with my salads. That's what I do when I dish up foods. And when I carry a lunch too, I just have the small, like I have a salad today, and I
Mhm.
have a little bit of hummus in there. And then I have a small glass container that have like maybe my seeds and my pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds and hemp seeds that I pour on the salad. It's in a little small round glass container.
Mm.
So, oh, I forgot my dressing.
Ah.
I just thought about it. I was like, wait a minute. I'm glad I discovered that early so I have time to go get some before lunch. I just thought about it like, wait a minute. But yeah, but that's what I do. And then my dressing is in a glass container.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's what I usually do, put everything in glass. And they have so many different sizes, and you just have a nice little sturdy bag. Because the thing is glass and stainless steel is not going to leach into your food and cause problems. And people, you do it once or twice, and yeah, it's okay. But the thing is when we do it all the time, year after year, then
Mhm.
it will become a problem. And then we start to have these little problems that we think that just all of a sudden started happening. And problems don't just all of a sudden
Right.
happen. They brew over years
Over
before
time.
they finally become a manifestation.
Over time, it happens. You're right. It
Mhm.
absolutely. It starts. Absolutely, it starts there. So
Mhm.
I do want to thank you. So now, before we go, let's talk about how we can maintain our health. Let's talk about this holistic loyalty program.
Mhm.
I want to touch on that for a couple of minutes before we wrap up. I want to say that it is doing phenomenal. My mom, she don't want me to talk too much about her
Mhm.
because she's very, could be very shy at times. But I love my mom. But she has been on the program now and have saw a difference in her her body and her walking and things like that. So her
Mhm.
and I talk every day primarily, and she was just sharing, you know, how she's been feeling, and definitely love it. Some of the classes concerning the oils that you partnered with, she's learning a lot about those. So it's been a great awakening for her. I'm almost safely assume that it's been a great awakening for others that's been a part of the program.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
just kind of share a little bit with us the holistic loyalty program and what we would expect when we become a part of it.
So the loyalty program is a program that I created for pretty much our elderly and our veterans, and
Hmm.
anybody else who wants to be a part of it is more than welcome. But it was a program that was created, just out of the necessity of how can we provide something that provides regular maintenance care of our community, affordable, okay, and really stays abreast and on top of our health,
Hmm.
especially as our elderly and our veterans are getting older. There
Hmm.
just has to be consistency there. And a lot of times what I find with my clients is a lack of consistency due to financial limitations. So we wanted to create something that was affordable for both the significant individual and the thank you, and also for the significant others, their spouse or their loved ones. And what the program does is it offers two consultations with me a month. Okay. And that could
Hmm.
be either by phone, it could be by Zoom, it could be a quest test with a consultation, which means that we're talking about what's going on with your health, because we don't want to let anything slip by us without us knowing what's going on. Most of the time when people follow up, it might be a year or two later. By this time, they have a laundry list of problems.
Hmm.
Whereas if we kept in touch with them every 2 weeks or at least monthly, we would know what was going on when something happened, right?
Right.
And we're able to catch it early. So anytime you're able to catch problems early, then you can intervene early. And when you intervene early, then you have great success and you have great outcomes, right?
Yes.
So that was why we created the program. It also allows them to have discounts on all the supplements and nutrition they need. One of the biggest things that I love about the program is I essential oils, because I am a doTERRA wellness advocate, and the essential oil is powerful. When I say we have some essential oil blends that'll drop the blood pressure just like that. We have blends that will raise the dead from the bed. No disclaimer. But we have some very profound blends that really help to optimize your immune system. And so because that's a market that our community are not familiar with, we have to try to invite people to classes, invite them to learn more about how they work. And so I just love your mom, because she does get on the call. She even called me and told me with one of the oils what she did to help correct a challenge she was having. So I was so excited, because I love my clients when they take the initiative. And your mother, you know, she's seen a lot, done a lot, and been around, and she's retired now. And so I love it when they're open to still learn. So when you're teachable and trainable, this is like the best program, because that's what we want to do. Teach you how to work around everything that's happening in our community with our health, from, you know, just the air to the water to the food to the phones and all these things that's creating challenges for our health. So the wellness program is just designed to help people to stay well and to put them on a maintenance program, so they're in touch with me every single month, so that we know what's going on. Because a lot of times, sometimes people are not confrontational, Carrie. They don't like picking up the phone and calling and saying, oh, I have this problem. It's just easy to just let it slide. So we try to take the initiative to, hey, how are you doing today? You know, what's going on? How are you doing with your oils? Are you taking your nutritional supplements? How are you doing with your digestive enzymes? You know, and then that's the opportunity that they have to tell us, oh, you know, I'm out of that, or that's when I have to fuss at them. Don't ever run out of that, because then we start having problems.
Right.
So those are just opportunities for us to capture what's going on in your life, and to help correct some things. So that's what I love so much about the wellness program.
It is a phenomenal program. I get a chance to listen to my mom, and she talks to me about how she's seen a lot of difference and how she's feeling. So this is awesome. This is amazing. And again, I want to thank you for creating that and taking the time to create that, and just really thinking enough of the masses to, first of all, make the decision to be to walk in this holistic path. Because you've seen a lot yourself, you know, you from being an RN, practicing in the traditional perspective, and now transitioning over almost a decade in the holistic positioning. So you've earned your credibility, you've earned your right, but also you've sacrificed a lot. So through your sacrifice and your approach, I want to thank you and appreciate you again. And I'll do that continually, because without your knowledge, without what you're doing, many of us out here would have been lost, you know, and not understanding the truth about, you know, the holistic approach and what the natural way of life does to the body. So I want to thank you for your knowledge. And again, today, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. And I hope and I pray that you have a great rest of your day and week, and enjoy your weekend this weekend. But everybody, listen, I need you to contact Dr. LaTronica. You can reach her on Facebook under Dr. LaTronica Fisher, Instagram, Dr. Fisher R2W, LinkedIn, one of my favorites, Dr. Fisher Road to Wellness. Website, I know she got the website updated. So you got Dr. Fisher Road to Wellness.com. And for that free consultation, listen, give her a call. Her staff is amazing. Conversations with them is amazing. So they're just a reflection of her. So call and reach out. Free consultation, 713-520-8188. Listen, so I'm excited to have you here, as every week I'm excited to have you here. Before we go and wrap up, is there anything that you would like to close us off with?
Yeah, I just want to say, listening to all of those signs and symptoms that I mentioned with hormone imbalances, with, just a low libido, depression, hot flashes, night sweats, crying, just stress. You do not have to go at this by yourself. You don't
Right.
have to do it alone. That's what we're here for, to help
Mhm.
you determine what is imbalanced. But we can't know that you're having these challenges unless you decide to pick up the phone and give us a call so that we can at least talk to you with no charge, no charge to you, just having a conversation with you about what's going on in your life and what do you want to see corrected. You have to correct some of these challenges before they become a ball of huge negative energy. And
Mm.
then that's when it makes it really, really challenging. So my thing is just to encourage you, if you experience any of these signs and symptoms, it's very simple to get them corrected. Let us show you how and get you on the road to wellness.
Oh, listen, we're going to end it there. Listen, let's get you on the road to wellness tomorrow. Tune in. We'll be talking to Josie Jackson from the UK on how to your lifestyle. And as we get you healthy with Dr. LaTronica, then we're gonna seal that healthiness with some exercise with Josie Jackson. She has a new program going on right now. And so we're going to be talking to her tomorrow morning about her program as well. So listen, as I tell you all the time, love life and live love, because you only get one. And listen, Doc, just hang out with me real quick after we do the outro. And listen, I want everybody to have a great weekend. Tune in tomorrow, same time. We'll be talking with Josie. Listen, I want you guys to have a great day, great morning, great weekend. And it's been the Couch, K's Couch.